ingredients. And best kitchen helper ever, who's slightly wet because she was in the pool today. And I'm sure you can tell by the title what we're making. Welcome back to Snow Dog's Cooking. If we can make it, so can you. I'm gonna make something I've never made before. So if I can do this, I believe in you. You can totally do it as well. If this doesn't turn out, you'll never see this video. So if you're seeing this, know that it turned out. Just like the mistake we made not long ago. So a couple weeks ago, we made strawberry salad, and I bought a whole bunch of strawberries. This is actually like the day after we made strawberry salad in real life. But I bought a whole bunch of strawberries because Jamie requested homemade strawberry shortcake. So today, we're gonna try to make it and see if we can pull that off. And as I said, best kitchen helper ever. Second best kitchen helper ever, who is also slightly wet. I don't have any food, sorry. And third best kitchen helper ever. I don't know where she's going, but she's looking that way. Oh, maybe cat friends out there. You'll notice it's a little bit darker. My hair's also wet. Friend showed up. So we took a break and went and swam in the pool. Now, let's get back to making stuff. Ready to go over the ingredients? Let's do it. You are going to need 2 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour. You are going to need 1/4 cup of sugar. You are going to need a tablespoon of baking powder. You're going to need a 1/2 teaspoon of sea salt. You're going to need 3 tablespoons of cold butter. Then you will need 1 cup of whole milk, and I'm using real whole milk, not my lactose-free milk, and then 1 large egg. That's everything you're going to need for the shortcakes. Then for the strawberry filling, you're going to need about 2 pounds of strawberries, and we're going to go ahead and take the tops off these and quarter them. Yes, I know that you are there. So along with those strawberries, you're going to need 1 1/4 cups of sugar, and that is going to be the strawberry filling part of this, or strawberry syrupy stuff. And then you can either go buy Cool Whip or whipped cream or whatever you want, or you can make your own. To make your own, you're going to need 1 1/2 cups of cold, heavy whipping cream. You're going to need a tablespoon of sugar and a teaspoon of vanilla. So there's everything you need for everything. Oh, and for the shortcakes, we're using these cool ring things to make them circular. You can also just drop the dough right on here, but we're going to test this out and see if it works. Let's start mixing stuff together. You really are the best kitchen helper ever. We got 1 cup of flour in the bowl. We're getting the next cup of flour in the bowl. Bloop. And then 1/4 cup on top of that. So 2 1/4 cups of flour. Next, we're going to add an entire tablespoon of floof powder. This is aluminum-free baking powder. Now we're going to add 1/4 cup of sugar. And now a 1/2 teaspoon of sea salt. Now we're going to take and we're gonna lightly whisk together all the dry ingredients. Slowly but surely. Then Jamie gets to do the really fun next part. You got your pastry cutter?
I got it.
So now we're gonna take 3 tablespoons, kind of cut up, of cold butter. And we're gonna take a pastry cutter. And we're gonna drop the butter in here, all over the place. Try not to make a huge mess.
That's all right. I'm going to do that.
Do the thing. So we're going to cut the butter into this mixture. Here's a little more. And you kind of want it to be a little crumbly. That's what we're going for. We're going to preheat the oven to 375. While Jamie's doing that, I cracked an egg. I put it in this bowl. We're going to slightly beat this egg together. Basically, I'm getting the wet ingredients ready. The other thing we need is 1 cup of cold milk. Cold whole milk. All right, so Jamie's got that all cut in there. Go ahead and add your milk. 1 cup of cold milk. And I will add the egg. And now we are going to mix this until it just barely comes together. You don't want to overmix this because we want it to be shortcake-like, right? Mm-hmm. This is supposed to be like floofy. Yep. I mean, there's a lot of floof powder in there, so it's going to be floofy. It's going to be floofy like you, Memphis. Memphis says, I'm napping. I was swimming. I'm napping. So we're going to mix all this together. You can see the dough's starting to come together.
No little chunks of butter.
There's still a few little chunks of butter in there.
That's perfect. That's exactly how you want it.
Yep. So we're kind of just folding it together. So now we have our 6 rings. This is going to make 6 if you haven't figured it out. So we basically want to take and plop this dough down. And we're going to spread it out and make sure that we fill all 6 rings. Yes, it is going to be sticky. If you don't have rings, you're fine to just plop it down. They won't make perfect circles. But, you know, that's a pretty good band, by the way. And you don't need to, like, if you're using the rings, you don't need to push it down into the ring. All that floof powder we used is kind of going to make them do their thing. According to my research.
Well.
So, we'll see. We've never done this before. Well, I've never done this before.
I have.
Yeah, so we'll see. Jamie has faith in us. Oven preheated to 375. This looks pretty good. We're gonna take this, put it in the oven for about 15 to 18 minutes, checking it periodically, turning it halfway. That's the plan. Is it gonna work? We'll find out. Just put them in the oven. Now we're gonna prepare our strawberries. Our strawberries are already washed. We're gonna kind of quarter them, slice them however you want, but we're pretty much going to quarter them because ours are small, and then we're going to place them in this bowl. You need about 2 pounds. If you have a little bit less, that's fine. You just use a little bit less sugar, but you want about 2 pounds of strawberries. So basically, we're cutting them like that. Look how red these strawberries are. And putting them in there. We're going to measure out 2 pounds. 2 pounds. Now we're going to take and put a bowl in the freezer. I know it's weird. Just trust the process. We have our 2 pounds of washed and cut up strawberries, and you know what that means. Do you love it? It's like, holy man. Let's find the other 2. Well, hello. Would you like a strawberry? Good stuff. How about you? Would you like a strawberry? There you go. Good stuff? Nice. All right, I gotta go back to what I'm doing. Strawberries, saucepan, sugar. How much sugar? We need about 1.25 cups of sugar, and we're gonna take 1/3 of these strawberries, put them in here, and we're gonna heat it up until the sugar dissolves. We're making strawberry syrup. I'm gonna put sugar in here.
So you're doing about 1
and a quarter cups, and then about 1/3 of the strawberries.
And it's gonna be about 2 cups, I think.
Okay, so we're gonna put those in there, and then we're gonna cook it over medium heat.
About 2 cups.
That should work. So we're gonna stir this together just a little bit, and then we're gonna move it to the heat. So it's okay when you're making this if some of your strawberries get a little smashed. That's perfectly okay, because like I said, we're kind of making a strawberry syrup. You don't need to stir this a whole bunch. Kind of stir it, let it sit, stir it, let it sit, and do this over like a low to medium heat. You really just want all of the sugar to dissolve. All right, you can see here, all of that granulated sugar has dissolved. That's what we want. Now, remember the bowl we put in the freezer? Take it out. Look at that. Our shortcakes are done. So we did the full 17 minutes, rotating them once in between. They did grow quite puffy. You can poke these with a toothpick to make sure they're done. Now back to this, because those got done. So we gotta go back to this now. So here is our cold bowl. We're gonna put all the rest of the cut up strawberries in here. And we're gonna take the hot strawberries and the hot sugar, mix it down in there, and then I'll let you get there you go. And then we're just gonna kind of stir it together, and then we're gonna put this entire thing in the fridge. So basically the cold bowl and the rest of the cold strawberries are gonna help cool this down pretty quick. So you're not like making it too hot when it's in your fridge. Yeah. So I do wanna note, we did not oil these. We just let them do their thing. Came out just fine. So the parchment paper and that worked just fine. We're gonna put them on this cooling rack. You want these to be completely cooled before you eat them. I think these are cooled. So now we're gonna go on to the next part. So now we're gonna make some homemade whipped cream. You need 1 1/4 cups of heavy whipping cream. You're gonna put that into this nice metal bowl. Put it in there. You could also do this in a stand mixer, but I don't want to. I'm gonna use my hand mixer. To this, we're gonna add a tablespoon of sugar and a teaspoon-ish of vanilla extract. You know, measure it. Or don't. Put some in there. And then once again, I have my trusty KitchenAid hand mixer, and we're gonna whip this until it forms super stiff peaks. That's what we're doing. When it's done, it should look like that. Look at that. That's beautiful. That's so much easier to make than I ever thought it would be. Normally I give those to the dogs.
Well, is this for me?
Yeah, somebody's gotta lick the beaters. What? What? Are you offended? He gave it to her first?
Oh, I'm sorry.
She's like, whoa, wait. Oh, it's the beaters. Kira. Oh, it's good stuff. Oh, I hear her. She's actually coming. The oven's off. There she is. Third best kitchen helper ever. Coming to lick the beaters. And don't worry, guys. The beaters are going directly into the dishwasher after this. Don't freak out.
Got them nice and clean.
Good stuff.
Good job.
Now we're going to take our shortcake and we're going to cut it in half. So, you know, like right about there. We're going to cut the top off of it. Okay, so we have our shortcakes cut in half. Now we're going to put some strawberries in the middle. Yeah. So we got some strawberry in the middle. There you go. And then we're gonna put some homemade whipped cream in the middle too.
Don't need too much.
Now you put the top on. Now you could eat it just like that,
You could.
but we're gonna put a little bit more whipped cream on the top.
And
And
Top
at
it
least one more scoop
oh, I
of
missed.
strawberry. That still looks beautiful from this side. All right, and then we're gonna eat it. Oh my goodness. I think it's time to try this. All right,
Man,
give us your taste test.
got a little bit of everything.
Now this is a traditional strawberry shortcake with the biscuit-style shortcake. You can also make this with like an angel food cake or a sponge cake, but this is traditional strawberry shortcake. Is it delicious? Should they do the thing?
Better than that angel food cake.
I
or whatever.
thought you were gonna say that. Yep. Yep. This is the way to do it.
That's the way to do it.
It's delicious. All right, I guess I should probably eat mine as well. That was way easier than I thought it was gonna be. Like way easier than I thought it was gonna be.
Super simple.
Yeah, it was super simple. If you've never made it before, you should definitely do it. You should do the thing. Could you make raspberry shortcake?
You could, absolutely. Yeah.
You pick raspberries at the AJ's farm up the road
Yeah.
on 32. It's raspberry seeds. Raspberry seeds. Maybe we should go do that.
Anything sweet with that.
Yeah, it'd be really, really, really good. Now I want to try it with raspberries. Anyway, do the thing. Way easier than I thought it was going to be. Turned out amazing. That was super good. We will definitely eat that for 2 more nights in a row for sure. It makes 6, so it's the perfect amount. If you got a couple people in your house or whatever. If you guys want to see more of some of the stuff we've done, there will be links all over the place on the screen and down in the video description below. As always, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Stay positive, dream big, and we will see you again soon. Goodbye, audience.